Hey my beautiful Leo peeps, what's going on everybody? It's Ant from CancerMoonsTarot and I'm coming at you with your remainder of March 2024 tarot reading. How are you? I hope you guys are doing well. Without further ado, we're going to get it popping. As always, I do want to mention if you want a personal read, head over to CancerMoonsTarot.com. First link in the description below if you'd like to book me there. But Lion Gang, what is popping? Let's see what's going on here for you throughout the rest of March. Hopefully, we're going to be looking at some awesome stuff. What's coming up here for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Zodiac throughout March, 2024. Let's see what we got going on. Team Leo, starting out with the overall energy for you, we got here a Six of Swords, keeping it popping, pushing, and moving forward. All right, guys, you're going to calmer shores and calmer waters, jumping into this month. It definitely feels to me like you're trying to reach some sort of new destination, okay? As you can see, you've left the dock, you've cut the rope. There is no turning back now, is what I'm hearing for you. So jumping into the rest of March here, you have a plan, some sort of action plan on where you're moving directionally. Let's have a look and see what the focus is. What's the main focus for Leo coming throughout the rest of the month? What's the main focus here for Leo throughout March 2024? Boom, Two of Cups. Hello. You definitely have a destination in mind. Seems to me like for some of you, this could be love-based. So if it's love-based, it's like, I'm going to my person. This is the direction I'm moving into. I'm focusing on growing this relationship, growing this love. It definitely could be that. But if it's not about love, it's like, you know what you're connected to. So you have figured something out that you want, something you desire, and something you're proceeding forward with. So your main goal here, your main focus here is to connect with what you feel truly connected to. Could be a passion, your career, it could be the next steps in where you're taking your life. But the good thing here is that you have a footing, like you know what you're doing. It sucks to be in the unknown. It sucks to not have an idea or a footing of like where I'm going and what's happening, but you have this knowledge now, which is fantastic. So let's see how you're going to navigate this focus throughout the rest of March. How is Leo navigating the rest of their focus here? Boom, we got a Wheel of Fortune making applicable changes, Seven of Cups coming in here, and we got here Hermit eliminating distractions. So you're navigating your focus by saying, I'm making sure what I want to see change and transform is going to happen. There is literally going to be zero distractions as I am removing all distractions from my life. Leos, y'all are locked the fuck in, okay? Coming in to March 2024, moving throughout the rest of this baby, you are locked the F in. You know what's happening. You know where you're going. You know what's up. So I like it, guys. Heavily motivated, and you have a very clear sense of direction. Very good so far. Let's see what the good things are happening for you this month. What are going to be the good things happening here throughout the remainder of 2024 or March 2024 for Leo? What's the good stuff, man? What's happening? First card coming out is going to be the Two of Swords. The following here is going to be the Seven of Swords. And lastly, we have a Four of Cups coming into play too. I think a lot of you are abandoning or are walking away from something here that was not so good for you. Seven of Swords is typically representative of deceit and deception. And if you were dealing with deceptive people, it feels good to walk away from them. If you were dealing with a deceptive kind of mindset, it's good to abandon that too. Not throwing this out here to be negative, but for some of you, because it's actually quite positive, if any of you have had addictions, maybe you have a clear sense of like, I really can clearly see that I'm ready for sobriety showing up throughout the rest of March, and it's like, I'm ready for this journey. I'm ready to, abandon alcohol, or I'm ready to abandon, anything that might have caused you to not be sober. So it's nice to see that you have this clear direction of choosing and focusing on sobriety. So sobriety came up. If that's the case for any of you, congratulations. That's really beautiful to see. And it's such a positive step to take, Seven of Swords is like whatever was, really causing damage in your life. Let's say it was alcohol, for example. It's like, it's so nice to see that the alcohol is deceitful, I used to look at it as my best friend, or I used to look at it as what, helped me out of my life, but now I can see that it's the enemy, right? So being able to see how something is unhealthy for you or not good for you, and then choose to say, I'm avoiding this and I'm making sure that I'm stepping up and doing what's right for me is amazing. So congrats, guys. For those of you that are on a journey of sobriety, that's really, really awesome. So yeah, whether or not sobriety was just a random example for whoever needed it, but it just seems like you know what's good for you now, guys, and you're making those good choices with the Two of Swords, okay? So far, very positive. What other good things are happening for Leo throughout the remainder of March? What do we got? We have here the King of Wands, ooh la la, moving forward from that. We have here the Eight of Cups, and we also have here the Page of Wands. I like it. King of Wands here is a card that represents being in a space where you are focusing on what you're passionate about, focusing on what's enjoyable. So I do feel like your soul is set on fire here. There's a lot of passion. You're fueled up and fired up this month. Like I previously stated, you guys know where you're going directionally, so that's fueling you guys up. All right, now you got here an Eight of Cups, which is representing travel. Eight of Cups could represent walking away, but do remember when you walk away from something, you also walk towards something. So really all this is saying is you're walking towards what you're passionate about here, okay? Page of Wands here also says that it's an exciting time. You're in the process of getting ready to make an entire new beginning. Right? Six of Swords says, I'm en route to my new beginning. Page of Wands here says, I'm in the process of making it unfold and happen. So I feel like March is the month leading up to something big. Maybe the big thing doesn't necessarily unfold just yet in March, but it's like you're getting there, dude. You're right there. Okay? So if you have decided, I clearly see what I'm doing with my career now, I'm going to go start and launch this business. Maybe March is about getting everything with this business in preparation, and then we launch in April. You know, maybe it's like, I totally know that this is the person for me and I want to engage them. So I'm not going to do it yet in March. I'm going to get everything prepared. But then in April, I'm proposing, you know, so whatever it may be for you, this whole month is like a game plan being highlighted out to the T so that it can be executed for your foreseeable future. You want something to go very smoothly. Okay. And it's great because it's like, I see what's 100% not for me, but I also see what really is for me, and I'm so glad that I'm finally moving in that direction. So whatever big thing is happening here, it might not unfold in March, but we're leading up to it here, which is what's really awesome. Okay? Cool. Is there any other good stuff that they may need to hear before we go ahead and continue? Any other good stuff Leo may need to hear? High Priestess, really listening to your intuition, really trusting your gut feeling, really trusting your instincts in March. I think that this is basically stating, guys, what's so good about trusting your gut is that it's always going to take you to where you need to go. Trusting your instincts, listening to what feels right means you're always going to be guided in the right direction. You know, a lot of people, man, they come to others for advice or they ask other people what they should do. But the truth is within you, you will always know what's right for you. You will always know what the right step is, what the right destination is, because it'll feel right. Okay? So listen to that feeling, and you guys are going to be literally guided to success because your feelings will guide you. All right, Leos? Beautiful, man. Let's hop on into what you may want to avoid jumping into the month. Or actually, first, let's see what may be challenging. So if there's a specific highlighted challenge, let's look at that. So is there any kind of specific highlighted challenge for Leo throughout the rest of their March? Let's take a look. And what do we have? We have here the Two of Wands. I think right now, like, staying completely focused is a little bit challenging just because whatever it is you were dealing with before that wasn't so good, it feels like it had like you were heavily invested in it, okay? So if it was a toxic relationship, you were probably dealing with somebody who was very hard to work with. Maybe they were very manipulative to the point where like they were good at manipulating, you know, so you had a intense and I feel like a long-term investment in something in your past that was unhealthy. So it's hard to break that bond, but you're still breaking it here. So despite how challenging it may be, you're still getting through the challenge, okay? Now, is there anything Leos may want to avoid rolling throughout the rest of the month here of March? Let's see if anything comes up. First card coming out, it's going to be the Knight of Cups. Looking at the following, we have here the Six of Wands, and we have here the Ace of Pentacles. Avoid shortcuts. Interesting. Avoid shortcuts, guys. Shortcuts only gain short-term success. You want to play the long game in whatever it is you may be doing. Slow and steady wins the race. So Knight of Cups here to the Six of Wands. If anything seems like a shortcut or a cheat to success, for some reason, that's what I'm picking up on. Avoid it as much as possible. Don't be afraid to take the long route or the longer route. Don't be afraid to put more effort into something. At the end of the day, guys, shortcuts create short-term success, but going the long route creates long-term success. What's better for you in the end? The long-term success and the stability. So just watch out for that. I feel like there may be some opportunities coming up here for shortcuts. However it applies to you, I'm not sure, but avoid shortcuts at all costs. All right, moving forward. Anything else Leo may need to avoid moving into this month? Well, you're showing up here with the Strength card, and we have here the Nine of Wands. So as far as what I'm picking up on here for Leo peeps, I definitely feel like first and foremost, Strength card showing up here says avoid something. What are you avoiding? You're avoiding holding back here with the Nine of Wands. So Nine of Wands is a card that's typically representative of being very bottled up emotionally, holding back, being fearful of doing what you want. This is the month, guys, to say, I'm going to go do what I set out to do, and there's no freaking way I'm holding back. So definitely make sure, guys, if you feel any feelings and emotions of wanting to hold yourself back, make sure that you don't. Make sure that you pull through and do what you set out to do. So really make sure, guys, that you are following suit with your goals, with your actions, and with your aspirations throughout the rest of March here. Now, lastly, let's go ahead and have a look. Is there anything else Leo may want to avoid before we move on to the next step? Is there anything else they may want to avoid here in March? We have a Star card coming out for you, and we also have here a King of Swords. So I definitely feel that while you are mapping out your life for success, I also want to remind you that sometimes it may not always go according to plan. So try not to get disappointed if things aren't going according to plan, because it doesn't mean that things aren't working out for you. It just may mean that there's a better plan. You know, I remember in a lot of situations in my life, things didn't go exactly to a T, and I used to feel frustrated when it wouldn't. And then I would actually see it turn out better. And then I was like, oh, yeah, I should have trusted the universe a little more, right? So try to be trusting in the universe here rather than frustrated if not everything goes as according to plan as you wanted it to. Also, we have Mercury retrograde, so like there may be delays in certain things. You know, if you're starting a business in March, maybe the licenses get delayed, maybe the LLC gets delayed. Like it's, you know, there could be some delays showing up there, but it doesn't mean that things aren't going according to plan. So I want you to just remind yourself throughout March, if there's any sort of inconveniences or if there's any sort of delays or if things don't feel like they're going exactly how they need to be, just remind yourself everything is working out perfectly. Like the universe is always working in my favor. I'm blessed. I am amazing. I always deserve the best. Everything always works out for me. Try to have these positive affirmations constantly cycling through your brain because they're going to be a massive help. You don't want any sort of inconsistencies or any sort of inconveniences to mess up something, because I always tend to tell people rejection's God's protection, and rejection just means redirection. So if something isn't working, you're being redirected to better. So try to really hold on to that core foundation of a mentality, and it's really going to help you, okay? Now, as we progress, guys, let's have a look at some career and finance. Let's see what's going on with your monies, with your career. So what's popping here for Leo throughout the rest of March? What's going on here in career and finance for our Leo gang? Let's go ahead and take a look. Boom, 10 of Cups coming into play for you. Looking at the next card for you, we have here the Hangman, and we also have here the 10 of Pentacles. Some of you guys could have a little bit of a delay here financially. This could be the energy of you're making money, definitely. Money's showing up here, but it may be delayed. I'm not sure if there's a check that gets delayed or if there is some sort of payment that's like missed, but then it's made up. So something like that could happen this month, but I just want to say here, 10 of Cups is the card of fulfillment. It's the card of happiness. So I think a lot of you are doing well here with your job. There just may be some sort of issues that might come in when it comes towards a delayed payment. So just try to be mindful of your finances. If you have extra on hand, try to keep that for a rainy day. I think that in the month of March, if you can save aside money for a rainy day, it could really help you out, especially if a big bill comes out and maybe your checking account isn't supplied enough and you got to pull from the savings. Like whatever you can leave on the side for a rainy day is really going to be helpful. Like I mentioned, with Mercury going retrograde this month, there can just be some inconveniences, minor usually inconveniences, but there could just be things that happen that you just didn't see coming. So just try to be as on top of your finances as you can. Once again, I keep hearing save aside money for a rainy day. It's really going to be a massive help if you end up getting in some sort of sticky situation temporarily. But finances level out. So even if you have some kind of inconvenient moment like that, your finances look fine. I don't see anything bad. So I'm not trying to freak you out or spook you out. The money here looks good. Now, moving forward from this though, what other insight do we have for career and finance for Team Leo moving throughout the rest of their March? Boom, we got here a 10 of Cups coming out again. This tarot deck does have duplicates, and we have here an 8 of Wands, and we have here the Lovers. Ooh. Some of y'all could be combining finances. If you're married or recently married, because 10 of Cups can say recently married. So if so, congratulations to you. I love it. But either way, it could be combining finances with a lover. For those of you in relationships, you might not be married, but maybe you're thinking about combining finances with your partner, or just like both of you putting your finances together towards a common goal or towards the growth of your relationship. So that's cool. Honestly, though, I don't feel like there's any sort of like lack of finances. I think the money supply here is good. And especially if you're in a relationship here, you and your person are starting to set aside money for something. It could be a house, could be an apartment, it could be a baby. I don't know what it may be, but as you guys are putting money together, you have a common goal with that money. So it feels like that's moving in a good direction too. Yeah, financially, you seem solid and covered. Other than just save money aside for a rainy day, there may be like a delay. Maybe a big bill comes out you didn't realize, and then you have another bill the next day. If you can put money aside for a rainy day, it's really going to be a massive help. That's literally the only advice I have for you for career and finance. Everything else looks good. And some of you here could even be combining finances or saving together with somebody for something big. Cool. I like it. Let's jump into love. What's going on here for our single Leos? Moving throughout the rest of their March, please. What's going on for our single Leos in March? Boom, 4 swords showing up for you. Moving forward from that 4 swords, we have here the Magician. So I think that if you're a single Leo, you kind of want to be single. I don't feel like you're interested right now in showing up in love. It kind of feels to me like you're purposely pulling back. It's like, love right now, not really on the menu for me, not really what I'm interested in. So actually, looking at the bottom of the deck here, the Tower, I think that maybe you feel like, because typically the Tower card's about like a broken foundation. Maybe you feel like you need to get to a point where you're ready for love again. You may not feel like foundationally you're ready for it now. So if you're a single Leo, you're probably staying single by choice because you feel like more work needs to be applied and you need to be ready for it before you even give it a chance, okay? So yeah, probably being single by choice here. What about coupled Leos? What's going on for our Leo couples throughout the rest of March? Boom, we got here a Judgment card. We have here a Temperance card, ooh la la, and we have here an Ace of Cups. I love it. Yeah, a couple Leos, you're looking great. If there's been any sort of need for forgiveness or any sort of like weird energy between you and your person, I feel like forgive and forget energy is showing up. Kiss and make up energy is showing up here throughout the rest of March. So you and your partner seem to be on a good timeline. I feel like if there's been like a lack of like healthy communication's improving with a Temperance card. You guys are starting to talk more to each other. You guys are feeling healthier. You've been doing better. So it definitely seems like the relationship's taking more of a healthier turn if it hasn't been as healthy in the past. And with the Ace of Cups showing up here, it's like we still love each other. And if anything, getting through like a little bit of a bump in the road has made us love each other even more. So for coupled Leos, I actually see a strengthening of the bond between you and your partner this month. So that does look pretty fantastic. Okay, cool. All right, guys, let's get to your overall outcome and you guys are good to go. So what's going to be the overall outcome here for Leo gang? Coming on up throughout the rest of their March 2024. What's the overall outcome of this month? And boom, here comes the Tower. I like it, man. Like I said earlier, right? If there's a foundation that's no good, we need to build a better, more solidified foundation. Now, I talked to you guys in the beginning of the reading, and the main point of the reading was saying, hey, I know what I want now. I know where I'm going. I know what direction I'm moving into. I know what's not good for me. Now I can see what's good for me, and I'm moving over there. So you are removing, Leo, the bad foundation, 7 of Swords here to the Tower, what doesn't serve you, and you are now going towards, right, the Wheel of Fortune here. What is for you, right? So you have decided to completely transform. You've decided to move your life in the direction that's going to suit you. Therefore, removing the crappy foundation and getting ready to build a brand new tower from the ground up. Leo, what an awesome reading, guys. This was fun, man. I liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. Of course, if you did, feel free to let me know down in the comments down below. Drop a like in the video, too, if you definitely did enjoy this one. And, of course, if you're new, consider subscribing. I'd be happy to have you and welcome you here into the Soul family. But, Leos, love you so much. Thank you for your time, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Much love, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.